What? Oh, goodness. Are you kidding me? Why is everything not set up? What is going on here? Great start. Love it. Let's see. White balance this a little bit. Alright. What is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Yeah, I know, right? I was like, what in the world? Guess that's what happens when you're just really eager to get started. How is everyone? You guys doing all right? So today I am officially starting my some world building, and we're gonna go from scratch. Not necessarily from scratch, because let's be honest, I've already started with Ninja Empire, but I want to get it all consistent in one spot so that maybe I can make a world building book out of this, so yeah, and I hope that you guys will help me, as we're moving along, ideas and suggestions and stuff like that. Gladly accept. All right. You guys missed some. If you weren't at the afternoon stream, you missed some drawings. Nothing too much in the world of Ninja Empire, except for this dude. Hold on. Let me switch you over. That guy. I'm definitely gonna change up the mask because I don't want it to look like I don't want people to be like, ooh, it's just Snake Eyes as a ninja, which is kind of what I what I said when it was done drawing. I was like, oh, it's like Snake Eyes, but as an actual ninja. But I plan on fixing him up a little bit so that yeah, I think I can use that and maybe make the mask a little bit different. Bam Bam, what are we drawing today? We're actually doing some world building. So I'm going to try and establish the world, and we're going to, we'll be doing some writing, we'll be doing some scribbling. I'm going to put together a mood board. So the first thing I want to do is actually develop a mood board for what I'm going for. Generally speaking, I would actually have some art stuff, which I do. So, just throwing together some art, trying to make sure that we get some cool stuff going. And then we'll see what we draw as we move forward. So let's see. Go here. Let's pull this out of the way. So it's out of your guys' way. JPEGs. I'm gonna go ahead and put there. So, Ninja Empire, then put this here. Oops. It's huge. So my big thing when it comes to world building is, it's all about trying to answer a question, right? So we're trying to figure out what we're actually drawing, what are we going to be doing, like who's it for, why are you doing it, that kind of stuff. So those are questions that need to be answered. So I know that I already have this, right? So we're like, all right, cool. But we need to establish the who, what, when, wheres, and whys, and stuff like that. So, all right. So, do that. Put a couple more things up here. This one. And of course, Bakia's all-time favorite. So we're going to put those two in there. Characters that some people haven't seen yet. Ninja Rooster. Right, Bakia? Can't have anything about Ninja Empire unless it's got the Ninja Rooster. Just trying to get kind of the look, the feel of some of these, you know, like, oh, these are kind of the characters. Not necessarily saying that these are the ones that are the end-all be-all, right? That's not what we're doing here. Just putting on some stuff. Hey Aaron, how's it going? He needs to be front and center. Thanks for coming back, Aaron. Wanted to make sure that I actually got on, because I know I told people like, oh, I'm gonna be on, and then we'll do him front and center just for Bakia. Actually, we'll put him over here all by himself. There he is, right? People blowing me up. Sorry. You know, I feel important when people all of a sudden in the middle of the night text me. Bakia, why are you making 6-foot-tall weapons? Yeah, I just found it out. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you making 6-foot weapons, man? All right, so have I drawn a fight scene for these guys yet? No, not yet. Really trying to get some of the main characters down. Like, I got to get all 12. Got to get the main 12 done. I've been slacking on that fact. I've been designing all kinds of other people, but like where is he? Like, this is the last guy I designed. Right, he's Patreon character. The first sword you get with Call of Final Fantasy Remake. That's cool. Just decided to make that. Alright, so normally what I would do if I was trying to do an entire world, right? I would bring in some of my reference, like, oh, I'm trying to build something, you know. Oh, you suggested from that weekly thing that you did, or that you're trying to do with JR. Makes sense. But I would be grabbing just images, right? And be like, oh, okay, let's see. So I know I have this. It's in a Ninja folder, right? So I would come in, and then I would just grab a bunch of images and be like, oh, you know, this one, I want it to kind of look like this or like that. I guess Ninja Empire, and then we go ninjas, here we go. Right, and so I'd go, oh, well, I want it to be more like this style, or, you know, it's like, and I'll bring in and I'll do this with just the characters and stuff that I want to do, like how I would want them to look. But since I've already been drawing them, I kind of already have a look, so, you know, there's no real need to do that, although maybe doing some environmental stuff might be helpful. You guys are gonna 3D print it, really? So, but anyway, so from there, the things that I start doing, right, you go, when, where, why, and maybe even how. Just because it's at the W's at the end doesn't mean we shouldn't think about it. Alright, so got our questions, right? This is where it's going to start. Like, what do we do, right? I think that's very important to do. And now you really got to kind of determine what you're asking, like who's it for, what's the purpose, you know, because in the end, you're developing a product. Like, I'm developing a product, and that's a weird font. Don't hate my font. No. But you're like, what are we, you know, developing the product, but then it kind of flows right into the story, right? And what kind of world you're building. So you either are going to ask the questions of, you know, what time period it is, like when, it's like what time period is it, where does it take place, you know, why is what's going on, you know. And so I'm gonna cater this towards the story, not necessarily who's my audience and stuff like that. But then again, you know, you could, right? So you could say who, and I would say Brian Kaiser Tillman, what is developing a story for, actually, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that anyway, right? We'll do it for both. We'll do, we'll just do one for the story and one for the product. So who, we don't need to Gotta remember we don't need to take up too much space. Okay. Is developing developing Bane. The answer to all those questions should be Germany. It's developing a 2D side scroller. Fighting game. Now here's the fun part. Like if you weren't just developing it in a mood board, right? And you're like, okay, well, how much space do I have and all that kind of good stuff. You would actually go in detail, which is something I plan on doing anyway, right? So it's like developing a 2D side-scrolling fighting game, right? And then you come down, you're like, all right, where the story is being told through comics. Okay? Right? Here, view. When? Right now! We're just gonna say production starts in 2020. Where? That doesn't matter in the internet. Where are we gonna say? In the DMV area. United States. Alright. Why? Normally this is just for you, but it's a great way to start, you know, so you're like, why? Why are you doing this? This is a passion project that I would like to tackle. Because it is going to be a challenge to learn all the extras. And go into making this a reality. Alright, so mostly this is this is my, you know what? This is my grand opus, because it's all about ninjas. This is my magnum opus. Is that right? About ninjas. Okay, I'm going to tackle alright, so this is gonna be different. Here you go. Sorry, we're blowing up your phone. It's all good. This is like that's what it is. I have a, oh my goodness, have a need to bring ninjas back to the forefront of entertainment. I don't know why, it's just something I want to do. Yep. Yep, that'll do it to you, right? You find out that the people you knew as little kids are now adults. How? Create a series of drawings, animations, and sculptures. Yep. Traditional and digital media. Alright, so that's the first one. That was dying? Alright, throw it away. Huh? Right now, I am creating it's like creating a mood board. So normally what I would be doing is actually taking elements from references and stuff that I really like, so just the kind of characters that I would want to do and stuff like that. But since I've already drawn it, I'm like, it's really easy for me, so I'm starting with kind of the words and the sentences and stuff like that, so we're gonna go from there. Wasn't it only 5 years ago, like 13 years ago? Yeah. Alright, so then we have that. I might have to move the rooster. Happy birthday, will do. We're going to... Alright, so we're going to merge... I was hoping to merge all these together. Let's take... Let's see, alright, so that's all there. So now we can go Control T. Shrink all this down. Move it over. And we can start over. And draw a line. I do have the rooster alone, so it makes him special. Who? Let's see, who's affected? So we'll go. The Ninja Empire consists of 5 main ninja families that are in the empire. And then outcasts, outsiders, and then outsiders. So this is who is participating in the story. You leave the rooster alone. I don't want to. What? Alright, so the what of the story. Everyone is fighting for power. So everyone is fighting for power. When? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's not really done on Earth. Earth-like. We need a name for a planet that's run by ninjas. No, right? It's the one that came in from somewhere. It flies just like.
It keeps going like right in my ear.
It's horrible. Get it. Make up an era when the story happens.
What planet are you going to?
Let's see, what could we have? I guess we'll come back to that one. Where? Well, it can't. Well, yes, it's. Where does it happen? In the Ninja Empire. The planet's called Ninja Empire. Is a planet like He-Man, but with in the outfits. The outfits. Clothing, architecture, weapons, clothing, architecture, vehicles. What? What is this? Everything Japanese planet names. Ah, here we go. Oh. Oh. So now it's like, what do we do? I'm like, I love taking bits of people's names and then pulling them apart and be like, oh, we can put this and this together.
And which ones do you like the most?
Sierra began there. Discovered. Well, I was gonna take Mars and Earth and put them together. Chisai. Chi is a kanji that represents the earth, the soil, the ground. Kyu means the ball of sphere. Mars, Ka means fire, evidenced by like a red color. I can't call it a ball of fire because it's not. It'd technically be Earth, just named the way it is in Japan. Yeah, but see, one thing that I don't want to do, like while I want to take from Japanese culture and Korean culture and all, you know, all those things and really make kind of blend it together and try and make it really cool that everything kind of blends together. I'm trying to not just be like, oh, this is you know, this, and we just called it that because it's Japanese. So I really want to pull something together. So gold. Kin is for gold. What if we called it? So gold. What if we called it the planet of gold fire? So it would be Kin. Well, no, that'd be weird. Kinka. Nope, Kinka is not gonna work.
How do you actually say it though? Like, how do you pronounce it?
What?
Like, Kinka.
I don't. I'm assuming Kinka.
Okay.
If you were to put those two together. No, is usually reading commonly the kanji always signifies king. Whatever combination you go with, plus verify that the new word does not have an alternative meaning in Japanese or Korean, right? Ooh, Mai represents darkness. Okay, so let's go with that. So if I did Maika, what if I did the planet of Maika?
Like, fire?
Dark fire. What do you think about that?
Sounds cool.
I kind of like that. Maika. Dark fire. Okay, let's see if it means anything. Maika. There's a person named Maika. She makes photos.
That's cool.
It's got 485,000 people following this person.
Good.
According to the user from Canada, her name Maika is of German origins and means beautiful flower, usually a female name.
True.
Yep.
Okay.
The meaning, let's see the meaning. Star of the sea. That's interesting. Oh, Meika? Oh man. Meika. This thing is horrible. It's like one, and it's evil. We have one fly in the basement, and that thing is.
It
It's-
won't just stand by the light like a normal.
It's not a normal fly.
It is flying in your face.
Meika. Mecca.
What is
It
that?
almost sounds like America, like America, Mexico. Me? No, May? Is it May? Like Meika? Well, that's Micah. Meika? Meika. Meika? Meika. What do you think? Meika? Meika. Meika.
That's
The
what
planet of Meika.
you mean
It would mean darkness fire.
it. Okay.
Or no, it would mean dark fire.
Sounds like America.
Meika. Meika. It does almost sound like America.
I think it's good.
I don't know, I like the whole dark. Maybe we should do maybe it would be Meiki 10? Dark skies?
It's like cloudy there.
Huh?
Is it cloudy there?
I don't know. Or dark gold. Meiken? Meiken. What about that? What do you guys think about that? Meiken. The planet of Meiken.
Lies in the middle of the Milky Way.
Ow. Meika. Maybe we just separate it. Meika. Oh, maybe I spell it. Maybe I spell it like you have it there, Bakia. Meika.
How does he know it?
And phonetically, so it's Mayeekah. Where if you spell it this way, it would be Meika. Meika. See, but then 10, they say 10 means skies or heavens. So we could do dark heavens.
Yeah.
Mei 10.
That sounds cool.
I think we're gonna go with Mei 10.
Like dark heavens.
Mei 10. Alright, so we're gonna go with the. Who's watching me? Not many people. We started off strong. They wanted to see me draw, I guess. I'm gonna get there. Mei 10. I'm sorry. Is a planet like Eternia from He-Man, but with Asian influences in clothing, architectural weapons, and vehicles. Creatures. And myths. Raise it up. Planet name subject to change. True. Why? The Shogun was assassinated.
What if your game becomes like Yu-Gi-Oh and then it gets a show?
Oh man. Well, there's a goal, a very lofty goal, but the goal is to get Arc Systems to pick the game up. They're the ones that did Guilty Gear and a lot of these games. That would be awesome, and that would be amazing. The Shogun was assassinated, and Yu-Gi-Oh was fun.
Like the game or the show?
The show.
I didn't like it, mostly because people kept watching the same episode, like watching that Mario show when he watched when Mario had the queen
Right.
and Mario had to lick the letters because it tasted like spinach.
Right.
Yeah. Then watch like a ton of rip-offs. Like something like evolving dinosaurs and things.
Right.
It's like a boring Pokemon. It's only boring because it has been done before.
The Shogun are no different. Alright, no different. How? So everyone, how's everyone seizing power? Through chaos and death. And only the strong. Alright. was it? What was darkness? What did we say? It was mine. How equals shenanigans. The meaning of what? Meaning real, genuine. True or extended? Not what I was going for, but all right. Go ahead and do this. Rasterize type. And rasterize type. And rasterize type. Good. All right, so now kind of have that, nothing too fancy, right? Since I really want to keep this format. So we kind of got that going, and then pull in some because a lot of what happens in world building until you actually have to draw stuff, it's a lot of writing. So, but I'm going to do the majority of that off stream. I do a lot, but I figured doing this would be helpful. And then what we're going to do. We're going to take this and this, and we're going to group it. I'm going to turn it off. Drop in some architectural references real quick. Yeah, please. There you
while you're
Oh
working
my
on it.
goodness, while I'm working on it. That would be the best. You get, reference right away. Yeah. Stuff over.
Stuff over?
Yep.
No, I'm sorry.
That was so good.
Do you like streaming?
Yeah.
Do you like streaming with Abigail?
Till she gives up. It's always funny. She's like, I'm bored. Just like today. She's like, I'm bored.
And then she just destroys all her stuff.
Yep. She does. Dips out and everything. She's like, I'm out. She's like, but.
And you can just save it for the next stream instead of destroying it.
I generally save all of her stuff.
Everyone on Photoshop, the only thing I would make was volcanoes, and I thought it was so cool.
Was cool. What are you talking about? No.
I can only draw one thing. The volcanoes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Funny.
Alright, let's do some of those. This is just my kind of just trying to get my feel for the kind of buildings I want to do.
No, I understand what you're doing. Just that one has snow on it.
It does.
So, it's different than the others.
And I mean, I have so much reference for other things.
Like, just not like this project things, or just the different parts of the project?
Well, different, like pictures of lanterns,
The lanterns are cool.
random stuff like that. So there's a lot of reference that goes into the way that I try and build my worlds. Definitely a lot of writing that goes into it. Like I gotta create a culture, gotta create currency. Are there any myths? Are there any, what's the power structure?
The right way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, create a history. Like when I started my character design one, there's a thing in the back that talks about the timeline, right? And so it's like, all right, so there's got to be a timeline that leads us up to where we are and then beyond. So there's so much writing that goes in, and then anytime you ever see someone doing this kind of thing, when they're like world building, they're always drawing. Right? They're always drawing, and you rarely see people going through the hard stuff and the boring stuff. I'd throw in a reference of modern Asian culture in there too, and a combination of both old and new. I agree. No. Don't do that. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. Let's make it all difficult. What other way? The easy way, of course. Now we should find Ooh, that is all lit up. That's crazy. Save this image. Ooh, definitely gonna save this image. This. A modern Japanese home. Look at that. You're drawing what?
Lines. I'm drawing stripes. My favorite thing to draw.
Yeah, I understand. See, I also like this whole idea of the crowded area. So I took some images from Tokyo. We're gonna dive into doing architecture. You know, like I gotta try and establish some architecture eventually. That's gonna be tough for me. I am not an environmental drawer. So the idea of doing all kinds of environments is like, oh, that's gonna be tough.
Did you figure out where you go? Like what part you'd stay in
No.
Japan?
Nope. It didn't,
Like what part your hotel would be in? Like it's
I don't know.
No, there's this one guy. He went on vacation. This has nothing to do with Japan, but
Nothing to do with
he went on vacation and he was driving out of the airport and he saw this like crashed plane by it and he took really cool pictures there and it was cool because it's a crashed plane and you know failures are cool. Failures are cool when they're disastrous.
When they're disastrous. Jeez.
But it's true though.
It's like they're fun when they're, you know, not horrible.
No,
When they are horrible, they're absolutely, they're
not
great.
horrible, they're just annoying. That's why everyone likes the Titanic, because it failed.
Is that why everyone liked the Titanic?
Yes.
Because it failed?
Yes. That's the cool part about the Titanic. It sunk.
That's horrible.
It's like a big shit, but now it's just the size of like
Oh, okay. True,
and
true. Alright, so we're going to save this.
I want to go, because it's still in the ocean, because they were going to bring it out of the ocean, because they found it, you know?
Yeah.
But it fell apart, so they left it there.
Right.
I want to go scuba diving there.
You want to see it?
Yeah, no, I want to go like scuba diving and like get haunted and then die. It'll like drown me or something.
That's horrible. Shame on you.
But it looks so cool. There are more planes in the sea than there are submarines in the sky.
Oh, yes.
Everyone on TikTok thought that was so clever for a while.
Alright. Let's see. What should we? Since I had a good number at the start, and I told them that I was gonna write, and people dipped out. Let's see. What could we draw? You know what? Let's.
Draw one of the buildings.
I was about to say, it's like, you know what? Why don't we?
You said you're not very good at the environmental stuff, so you should work on that.
Yep.
You're great at drawing. You draw all the time.
All right. So we're gonna draw.
What's something cool that you learned today, Daddy? 'Cause I learned nothing.
What did I learn today?
Wait, actually, I learned that those guys that shot the guy that was running because, you know, they thought he was a robber or something, they didn't kill him.
Should be a lot worse than that, but I guess it's a start.
And then jail.
Just a building facade. Everyone wants me to draw a building.
That's what you said about it. No one bad drawings in video games. So you gotta practice. Do you like the picture you draw? You drew of the one that's on the staircase?
Yes.
I cannot color it in ever.
No.
Why do you keep it on the staircase and not in the room?
Hey, look.
What's the chance of breaking there?
I don't know what to tell you. Because it's just where it was. That's where we liked it. Don't break all the pictures.
They just keep falling.
They do not keep falling down. You guys keep knocking them down.
I was on TikTok. Just like I do every other day. You know my life is so exciting.
I'm sorry, your life is boring.
Oh. Because I'm always on TikTok. TikTok finally realized that I hate the people doing their makeup all close to the camera. It's disgusting. So
Let's draw a building. That would be awesome. My goodness. By the way, yeah, a little bit. Just feeling a little better, but nothing to write home about.
wait, who's feeling better?
Huh?
Who's feeling better?
Your mother.
Yeah. I'm sad that she's sick.
Alright, so let's see.
Which building are you gonna go first?
I don't know. I'm like, which
You
building
should
should?
pick your favorite three and then the two or something, and then or one if you have like an overall favorite, and draw the one if you have an overall favorite. But if you can't choose, put them on the screen and then be like left to right.
Well, I'm gonna start with some of this building stuff. Well, just checking out some of the buildings that already exist and just kind of use their building a little bit.
Hey, look, it's the city. It's like not an old building. Same with the modern one.
And so, plan is to try and take these buildings, right, and then throw my own spin on them. So it's just
Are you gonna draw like more like our houses now style or more the like
I'm planning on
super more like that's not from around here house, like more Japanese house.
more Japanese. I have the Ninja Roosters building somewhere.
You do?
I do.
I like the Ninja Rooster.
Let's see if I can find it.
I like the Ninja Rooster. He's probably my favorite right now.
Well, that's looking up the Ninja Rooster. So that thing over here. Something over there. Oh, it's in my thumb drive somewhere. But I already have the Ninja Rooster already.
Who's your favorite person that you want to do?
My favorite person?
Yeah.
It's hard because I've got different things for each one of them where I'm like, oh, this one would be cool, or this one's cool. So I really like how beefy I drew your grandfather.
Did you show over yet?
I did.
Did you like it?
He did.
Did they like how he drinks pee with his pee?
I don't know. That I don't know. I know I could have swore I had it in here. PSDs.
Did you lose Ninja Roosters out?
I shouldn't have.
That would be so sad. You lost Ninja Roosters.
Ha! See? Bam.
I believe you. That's still the best sad if you did.
There.
It's cool. Why is his house so glowy though?
Because the sun's coming through it.
That makes sense. Is he only is he
And the black dragon's my favorite one because it's me.
I see the black dragon on it. I might have already seen it, but I forgot it.
This is the black dragon.
No, I haven't. Oh, I have. See, you have your hair in a ponytail.
I do.
Bald thing.
Yes, Afro Puff.
Would you ever do your hair like that?
My hair's not long enough to do that. So I'll probably come back to like hen house and make that something. Rooster house.
Okay, cosplay as your characters.
I plan on it.
Can I be Ninja Rooster?
Sure you can.
He's my favorite though.
I see that's what's happening. Alright, so if I... Oops. Really big, really fast. Because I can cheat. A training compound site for one of the main families. Yeah, it's a good idea. You like cheating? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Drawing, that makes it easier.
I know. I know. It's my life. Alright, guess we should try. Not trying to overdo it, just do a straight on shot. Until we can figure out what the heck we're doing. Or not. Yeah, what the hell. Alright, so if we do that. Do that there. That like so. Whew. So bring this up like that. Another one this way. As we continue to just make stuff up.
I'm gonna try to wake up early tomorrow so I can do my donut.
Oh,
Why not?
you sound so disappointed that you have to do, mathy stuff.
I'm bad at math. So
Are you though?
Yeah, kind of bad. I'm not good like putting solder. That makes me angry. Sounds so easy to do.
Here, we do this. What's that? It's just like that, huh? Like, I'm just gonna go to bed.
No, it's fun. That's how it's supposed to.
Oh.
It's my day. I can stay up like probably more basically on the weekend, but I still go to bed at 10. Because if I don't, then I'll be up all night. It's weird. I don't know why. It's like if I don't go to bed before 11, I'm like fully.
Like is weird.
And that's why I go to bed at 10.
It's probably a good idea.
Well, basically all I have to do is color them in now. That's good.
That is good. It means you've done a lot.
I traced the picture.
See, you never take a compliment.
I traced the picture.
Never take a compliment.
I did literally none of the work. I drew like one face. And it's ugly.
Never take a compliment.
Take a compliment when I deserve it. It's ugly. Pencil. 9. Although my letters do look nice. I like my letters. They're lined up.
There you go. At least there's something.
Yes. Actually took forever too, which was so annoying because they're just letters.
Typography's hard.
Yeah. They're just box letters though.
Doesn't matter. Typography is hard.
That's why my handwriting is bad because it takes too long and I'm not here enough to fix it.
Yeah. Typography is the worst.
I never understand. Maybe I was told that I needed to fix my handwriting, but then when I went to public school, people told me I had nice handwriting. I was like, really? Just thought my handwriting was bad.
I'm sure in comparison to some, right, it was bad. You're like, wow, that's not good, but you know. See ya. Okay. Back to this sleepy time stuff. This is the, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Asian one from Heller, from his Stream Beats. drawing up the, I don't know, maybe it's like a main building, you know, in the, like where the Shogun was, so it's like courthouse of sorts, maybe. Something like that. What's up? I love the name. Here, we'll look at the joists. Huge joists. It's not coming together the way I hoped. Figure out how to do this. Do multiples, you know, multiples of a certain type. it's like boxed in living quarters. Coming to make it seem a little interesting. Kind of figure that out. So, do maybe there's a ninja. Pure Ref? I have not. I have not heard of Pure Ref. What's that? What is it? What is it? Wikia, what is it? Leave me hanging like that. As you want into it and create a mosaic that you can use for reference, you can save and add or remove images over time or share with others with Pure Ref. Huh. Pure Ref. It's called Pure Ref. Oh, already with one place, and then you can click on them, I guess. Max. Oh, it's showing me how to do it. Oh, you got to put it together? Interesting. Might just have to look into that. It might actually be better than trying to keep all these reference images on my computer. And you see those characters that Hernandez is putting out? It's like, oh, I did a little something. Hey, this guy. Yeah, I hear you. You don't share your table with him, I do. Yep, he just makes it look easy. He's like, oh, this was nothing. Like, what the hell? gather all this reference. Then what I'm gonna do is go to He-Man, see if I can't pull some architecture from there. I swear, this is so out of my lane right now. Like, I draw characters. That's what I do. Put hands on the building. Give him biceps. Oh, gotta remember the cherry blossoms. Tide. To a lonely, one of those faraway places that's only, you know, out there in the middle of nowhere. Definitely want to do one that's Okay, Mark, to join the stream. Good luck with that. How'd that work out? It's like, oh, that's you. You still trying to blow up the phone. Sergeant Seaman. I think doing these environments will be a lot better once we actually establish where we're going. You know, like, you have this palace idea, right? Or trying to come up with the actual city. It's like, this is the main palace. This is where the world is being ruled. Instead of just trying to come in here and scribble stuff down. But it's alright. True. push the level of technology in the world. Pretty far. I mean, your character, once introduced, has a mech. I mean, Sonny Powers has those big old, gauntlets and whatnot. So we're gonna have, like I said, I love the idea of Eternia, right? And Eternia has everything from medieval swords to flying, unicycles. So it's all about just where we're gonna go, and why does this group have old school, where the other group, it's like, does the palace believe in all old stuff? Like oh, we really want to have all the old, culture and technology and stuff, or non-technology and stuff like that. And then, one of the families is like, because one of the families deals with time, so in their world, everything is going to be a lot more, I would say, technologically advanced. So the regime was old school, but the new regime was quickly modernizing the place. True. Excuse me. The past itself would be a reflection of the world at large. Parts are strictly old school, the others are fully teched out, and the large majority of it is a mixture of both. Yeah. I can see that. Like maybe the main palace is showing the whole idea of tradition, right? So it hasn't changed, but things around it have. The world is moving forward, but those in power want to hold on to the tradition, which keeps them in power. Yeah, there was going to be a whole bout about new ninja versus old ninja, traditional versus non. Little barracks, maybe. Where some of the soldiers can sleep. Right up on the wall. Right, because we've got a wall here, so the outside wall is covered by these mini shacks. It's gonna be interesting to put like little cities together. First family city, second family shogun. So Shogun would have the most and the biggest area, and then it's like, all right, now we have these spaces. So then we got to figure out what to do. Be fun. It deals with mystical powers, and modern is seen as inferior with some aspects. Technology reviles the mystical powers. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But even this group, while they're still trying to hold on to it, they've accepted a lot of the technology stuff. So eventually they run across a group that is solely traditional, fantasy ninja, and they're all about the magical powers, and they keep to themselves. They're like, look, we understand that this is becoming obsolete. Like, we understand that times are moving on, but we want to stick with it. We want to stay with where we are, and therefore, they kind of became this recluse, like almost like a cult, and they kind of just stick out. But once threatened, because they're like, you will join us or die, they're like, no. And then they start fighting, and because they have all this magic that people just don't understand and how powerful it is, it's like, right? So maybe eventually they actually find a fusion, because they have, maybe that's what happens later on down the road, right? Because you got the technology side, you've got the mystical side, right? But then maybe there's someone that finally figures out how to use them together, right? And now, they're faster, they're stronger, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, a merger of the two, trying to enhance the powers. That'd be cool. I could see that. That'd be cool. That would definitely be cool. See, so now, after doing this, I have an idea. So, what we're trying to do with the mood board, right? I'm going, all right, so the main palace would have the majority of old, the old school and stuff like that. There'd still be some technology around, obviously, because you didn't want to leave them behind, but they would hold on mostly to the old school traditions and the way stuff looked and stuff like that. So now, when you come in, it's like, okay, how am I going to make this work? Let's see if we have... That's great. some of these. Yup. Okay. Plenty of reference to pull off of. Future. Looks like a lot of work offline for me, but that'll be fine. Oh, the fortress type. Long rectangle. There's quadrillion steps. Right, gazillion steps. You get up to the top. Let me see. Energy is more powerful and allows anyone to use, but the drawback is that it harms the user and in many cases kills them because the process hasn't been perfected yet. I could see that. And maybe the merger is what makes like a zombie type state. You know, it's like you're not really making zombies, but because it's like a virus that takes over and because it's mixed with magic and the technology, it fuses itself into some weird zombie-ish type thing. I think that would be pretty sweet. You know, you're just like, oh, this is gonna be bad. And then maybe some people have to band together. Or not, you know. Maybe they just try and take advantage of it. Oh, and see, and then your character will become mindless entities, yeah. And then your character either feels horrible about it, right, and is trying to fix it, or goes, you know what? I have the means to control these people, so now I can have my own army and I can take over. Well, maybe he's just special, you know, because maybe when he was testing the DNA, or, you know, it was like, let me use my technology and my DNA, and he's starting to mix everything together, it was working towards him, right? And since he didn't really have anyone else to test it on, when they found out and he gave it to people, then once they finally started doing it, then all of a sudden it was like, nope, this is not meant for anyone else. Like, the science or the magic spell that you used was kin to you and your family. Right. Right. Which would allow you to, you know, you would be something, right? And like, oh, I can. You maybe you could even watch the progression, like as we went from game to game to game, your character became darker, and maybe the infection still happened, so it's creeping up his body, but it's not taking over. So he's just like, it's okay, I got this. Or not, it's like it's an infection, right? But he has it, but it's under control. Or maybe he does go mad, I don't know. It'd be interesting, because then, like I said, everyone's fighting for power. So it would literally just be, hey, we're trying to do this. Like we're gonna make something happen out of this. I think we got some cool things here, Then we're gonna have to come through and establish a city. So I think the first thing, once the written part is done, we gotta establish a city for these people to be in, or at least the main palace. So we'll do the main palace first, and then we'll go from there. What do the barracks look like? What do these things look like? So. Yeah, that'd be cool. We're back to the chill music. Back to the super chill music. No, we're not. Okay, how many more we got left in here? Okay. Still got a couple. This one is called figure out what to do with those way later. Yes, save the mood board. Because I'm very happy with this, I'm going to show it again. Still makes me happy. Can't wait to fill it in. I got to put the Red Scourge in there. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Yeah, I put that in. It was in the folder. So yeah, that's gonna be the new select screen. So not the new select screen. That's the here comes a new challenger. When you're playing those games and it's like, here's a new challenger. So I'm using it for my character things. So I think I'm going to do that character head thing where I draw up 3 or 4 characters and then do 3 characters, put up a poll on Patreon or on YouTube, and then go, hey, we're doing this, right? It's like, which character do you want to use? And then I do a full-on character design of it. That way I can use some of those heads that I created. How's the, you said you were working on Little Ninjas, how was it? How was the the thing coming along. Can't draw another one with a wicker basket. Nice. It's puny. Oh no, it's a huge picture. Oh, I was like, oh, I'll just make this the mini ninja. I can do jack for that. Find tattoos because I want to want this guy tatted up. Fix his hand. 2011. Yeah, we'll fix him up a little bit. Although I should draw someone else though. $11. Nah, I'm not gonna start anything new, I don't think. I think we made some pretty good progress. All right, got our mood board. Did that, did some environment roughs, got some good ideas about that. I'm gonna go and start writing. So I'll do the writing stuff and then I'll have stuff to bring back and talk about and we'll move from there. Not bad progress today. Not bad at all. Oh, did you see the last character that I did? Oh, he popped up. Open recent. This one. So the Red Scourge is, they are actually, they're actually like a, well, it was JR's request from Patreon. He wanted me to do a red mage as a ninja, and so I developed the Red Scourge. And the Red Scourge is a group of assassins that all have they're red mages, so they all have magical powers, and their power is pretty much to develop these weapons from nothing. And they're almost, because of their magical link, they're like a hive mind. They're almost like the Borg. And what happens is they'll get an assignment and they'll be a scout, right? And it's generally like this character will be a scout, and he'll go out, gather information. How many people? Where are they? What's the plan? and he will then engage in the fight. And what eventually happens is when they start, so they'll start, and then the rest of them all just come in like locusts. So they're all coming and descend on the battle, right? And so the hope is that you can kill the scout early, because once it's over, if they get a new assignment, or if they had multiple assignments, as soon as the one that was at the top goes away, they go and try and get the other one because they don't know what happened, right? And they'll eventually send out another scout, but generally speaking, if you're able to kill the scout, then they will leave you alone. But they're skilled, they're powerful. I have one arm covered up by the robe, and it's because no, I don't want to tell you. It's all power. Let's put it like that. It's nothing but power, but there's a whole bunch of power hiding under that arm that they don't use, and they tend to fight with this one arm. So, but yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get all the characters that I do over at Patreon to be, mean something. On the arms, do they mean something? This is the mark of the Red Scourge. That's why it's down here too. Oops. Maybe when I drew it again, this would be in a different color. But the thing is that it's supposed to kind of represent a infinity sign, right? But we are one. So there are many, but we are one. So, and then this I was pulling symbols from magic, so it was like just runes and symbols that I saw from other things, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let's try and make a tattoo that would mean something. But this is the one that's important. The modified infinity symbol with the dot. We are one. Yes, I have watched Into the Badlands. Kind of stupid how they ended it, but the Raven, he sees through him. So the scout has a scout. So he'll go forward, but then he can send the bird out, and then the bird will, show him what's going on to see if he needs backup right away, or if he can go in and try and get some type of information, because he can talk, they can talk and stuff like that, but generally speaking, you see someone walking around like this, and it's like, I don't know if I want to fight that person. It's pretty dumb how it ended. I love the concept and world. Show how society is structured. Yeah, no. I really enjoyed Into the Badlands. I thought it was pretty cool. It was just really poopy how it ended. And it didn't really end. I mean, that's just where it ended, because I think they were going, we're going to go for next season. They're like, nope, you're done. It's like, oh, man. But I plan on having technology, though, I don't know necessarily if there's going to be a lot of... There are people with guns. Excuse me. There are people with guns. And people know about them. It's not like, oh, we didn't know what this was. So there's just a lot of magic. A lot of... Because the magical side of it was so prevalent for so long, that's the thing that's the most powerful, even though there is, technology and stuff like that. there's your character who's trying to be like, hey, we're gonna make this stronger and emerge together and stuff like that. So I don't know if you saw this character. You see this character? Yeah, you saw her too. Okay. This guy. This is based off of my nephew. Can't wait to start drawing him. I mean, he's pretty much my Spider-Man. How many of the families are led by a matriarch? All of them. Oh, sorry, not all of them. We've got one which is led by a woman. That's it. So one is led by a woman, but she's the most powerful, and she just doesn't want to be number one. She's like, you can have it. I don't care. Just know. And she constantly lets the first family know, it's like, you are the first family because I allow it. And that is it. So she's one of the most dangerous, and this guy is her son. Yeah, her powers, I am a big fan of her power. Like, she is a spider, and her power, right? Like, her power is that of lust. So she can make you lust after her, and then she controls you, right? And she can turn it on and off whenever she wants. And then this one, she keeps messing with him because he's the first one. Yeah, exactly. But he's the first one. And so first family, second family, third, fourth, fifth. Oh, you probably didn't see any of that. So this one's first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Outcast. Outsider. I had to come up with a dragon that's sleeping in that guy. A lot I gotta do. I gotta come in and finish his costume. Technically all of theirs. So, like I said, I've been developing all these other characters. I'm gonna modernize this guy. hand's bothering me. So, we'll fix his hand up. Give him a glove. Mike Tyson's punch-out glove. Or light bulb. Definitely changes his boring blade to something interesting. Led by younger, yes. Late teens. But he's actually a lot older. It's like he is in his late teens, right? Because that's where he stopped. But he's actually older because he controls the undead, spirits and undead and stuff like that. So he stopped aging. So everyone sees him as a kid, which is fine, and he has all the strength and youth and all that stuff as a kid, but his mind has gotten older, and so it upsets him a lot when someone calls him a kid. And that's when the undead stupid stuff comes out, and souls and spirits and all that. Should be fun. So what I decided, like I said, so we're gonna do stuff like this. So I think I made these 4x4s. So the idea is that you can get one of these heads as a sticker. So starting soon, I want to have that to where it's like you get to vote on the sticker. So there'll be 3, everyone gets to vote, and whatever sticker that is at a certain tier, everyone gets that sticker, right? And I'll just send that sticker out. So, and then I get to make a character. So if someone's like, oh, I want this guy, then I would make this character. The vote, the vote happened. I'm like, oh, I want this guy. I was like, all right, cool. Give me my merch. Show you my merch. So it was supposed to be dog tags, and then it was like, no, you shouldn't do dog tags. They're flimsy and stuff like that. And Chris was like, you should do a keychain. So this is gonna be a keychain. I'm probably still gonna wear it as like a necklace. And I'll have it on my bag, so it'll be a keychain too. I was doing all this stuff for conventions. All this stuff for conventions. I'm gonna start doing ninja mystery boxes. I don't know how soon though, because I wasn't able to promote it. People aren't biting yet, so gotta do some more finished stuff, or promote it on Instagram with some finished stuff. So much to do, so little time to do it. Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it for tonight. I think it was a good push, Got a good idea of where I need to go as far as the world building, as far as what's going to happen. I think character-wise, I'm good. I keep putting characters and stuff in, but I think by establishing the capital of the world, right? We make that city, and then we can make the other family cities, and then we can branch out from there, but a lot of the writing is going to happen. Then it's symbols and myths and all kinds of stuff like that. So I think we're good. And then I got, I've realized that I should be doing more drawing so I can talk about the world building and draw. So that's what's going to happen. That's what we're going to do. So because I'm going to be getting up here in 5 hours, I'm going to go ahead and take my butt to bed, and then I'm going to go to sleep, get some more drawing done in the morning, keep going, new characters, probably stream again tomorrow. Stream a little bit tomorrow. I know I got to go to the store and buy a whole bunch of stuff, but since Corona has decided that it wanted to be a pain in the ass, I'm going to try and make sure I get as much work done so that when 2021 or heaven forbid 2022 happens and we can finally go back to conventions and it makes sense, I want to be ready with a whole bunch of stuff, plus I'm going to start putting stuff online, all kinds of good stuff like that. So I'm working, we're going to keep working, and Bakia, I know you're going to help me with a lot of different stuff, so I'll be shouting you out a lot for things like that, so, gonna help each other. Alright, but like I said, it's time for me to go to bed because I gotta get up in a couple hours again. So thank you all for coming by, hanging out. Think that we'll figure out something. Maybe we'll start with head drawing. I think that's how I'm gonna start every stream. I'm gonna start out with a head drawing, knock that out within the first hour, put that aside, and then go into whatever it is we're gonna be working on until I have to draw this comic. Alright, well, like I said, I will see you the next stream. Thanks for hanging out, and hope you come back to the next one. Alright, see you guys later.